back to another video. My name is Alizea and I'm your favorite black transsexual. Get up into the big prayer or whatever. I am back with some pre-recorded content. You already know, boom shakalaka. I know y'all might be like, girl, didn't you just wear these same clothes? Girl, shut up, girl. It's called pre-recorded content, girl. I'm not finna sit over here and get up and go change my shirt. Literally, I'm tired, girl. No tea, no shade. But how are my babies doing? You already know. Like I said, I'm pushing out this content for y'all. And I know you guys seen the title on there and might be like, girl, what are we finna get into today, girl? I'm finna give y'all some advice. I'm finna wake it up and I'm finna teach y'all how to really be trans up in high school, girl. But before we get into today's video, girl, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe because you will never run into the black transsexual like me. Hello, hello, hello. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Get up into the big prayer or whatever. Go ahead and lock in on myself. So the first talking point that I have is that you're going to get misunderstood a lot. I used to get misunderstood a lot and people did not understand who I was as a person. People didn't understand what a trans person is. I say this a lot and I say this loud and proud. The representation in the media of trans people is always negative. There's no real good representation, let alone any trans woman actually doing anything positive. You get what I mean? And me, I'm the type of person where, I love my sisters and I used to glamorize a lot of trans women, but I don't do that anymore. And I feel like you shouldn't either because I feel like you should withstand and, walk on your own 2 feet. You get what I mean? What I want a lot of people to understand is when you walk into high school and you're walking into a place where a lot of people just do not understand you and people are always constantly staring at you, the number one thing that you have to remember as being as a trans person are people are going to stare. And they're not just going to stare, honey. They're going to stare into your soul. Guys, girls, old folks, girl, everybody in the world is going to be staring at you. I couldn't understand why people stared at me. I couldn't understand why people talked about me. I couldn't understand why people, sat over here and were just being so mean and evil to me. When in reality, people are never going to understand you. And that's that's the hardest pill that you're going to have to swallow is people are never going to understand you. Now I've gotten to a point where, in my transition, it's like, I really don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't support me. I don't care if you don't see me as who I am. I'm Alizea. I'm black and I'm trans and I'm beautiful and I will always stand on that. As a trans individual, there is no reason, I will always say this, there's no reason for you to be screaming and shouting, I'm a woman, respect my pronouns. Don't be doing that. Don't do that at all. Because to be honest with you, it's not that serious for you to be sitting over here screaming and, demanding people to respect your pronouns. If these people don't want to sit over here and respect your pronouns, let it go. It's the hardest pill that you're going to have to swallow, but you had to let it go. You had to keep pushing forward even when times get hard because the world is going to keep spinning. It's going to keep spinning. It's just never going to stop. Nothing is never going to stop. Don't ever think that you coming out of the closet is going to be easy. Girl, you got to lock the fuck in, literally. Period. The next talking point that I have is that you're going to get singled out a lot. A lot of people who aren't trans don't really understand the life journey of a trans person, the life journey as a trans woman. I'm a beautiful black trans woman, but I wasn't always so quote unquote beautiful. I wasn't always so quote unquote, independent and mature for my age. I grew through time and I grew through trauma. A lot of people used to just look at me and think that, I'm just a man in a wig, and people would literally switch up on me so bad to the point where I will always be singled out. I will always be outcast from any friend group, from any event, from any, hangout. I remember I used to have homegirls or whatever, right? During my, earlier stages of transitioning, or it wasn't even earlier stages, just me being me, right? And they will always pre-plan, going out somewhere without me, doing this without me. And I feel like they were talking about me, but I wasn't as confident as I am now to stand my ground and just be like, you know what, I don't fool with y'all no more. I was always trying to, impress people, be a people pleaser. And as a trans person, you're not supposed to be no people pleaser. And if you don't know what a people pleaser is, you're gonna have to look it up, girl, because I ain't got time for all that. But a people pleaser in my short terms is someone who's always giving. You can't just be so giving as a trans person because then people are going to always take advantage of you, including you opening the doors for people being so nice. Girl, I love being nice to people, don't get me wrong, but there is days where, people are very rude and it takes that one person to, make me mad for the rest of the day. And I feel like everybody knows that. But as a trans person, you have to learn how to stand your ground. You have to stand on your own 2 feet. And I will keep repeating this throughout the video. You have to learn how to sit over here and do what makes you happy. And I say this a lot, a lot of trans people would sit over here, And how do I per se, a lot of people would sit over here and hang out with these homegirls or whatever, right? I need a lot of people to understand me and listen to me when I say this. These people are truly not your friends in high school, and that is the hardest pill that you're gonna have to swallow. Unless you have a true gay friend or a trans friend, I don't ever, sit over here and claim any of my cisgender friends my friends anymore, because I don't talk to them anymore. We don't make phone calls. They're living their life, I'm living my life. We cool, that's casual, but bada bing, bada boom, they're not really my friends. You get what I mean? Felt like all of my friends really wanted to know the tea on the guys, wanted to know what, guy I was sleeping with, what guy I was dealing with. Like, girl, I'm grown. Like, girl, like, you played. And I say this a lot: do not tell people your business. Do not, for the love of God, and I will always preach this, don't tell no girl your business. Don't tell no guy your business. Don't tell nobody your business. If you're doing something with the trade, don't tell nobody that you're doing something with the trade. Not your girlfriend, not your homeboy, not your best friend. Keep it to yourself. You might be like, why do I have to keep it to myself? Like, maybe I just want to share this little experience with my friend. I know that my friend not gonna say nothing. Listen to me, and I say this, okay? I say this from the bottom of my heart. You're friends with that person now, but say y'all have a falling out. Just say, I always say this, just say you have a falling out. Do you really think that your friend is going to keep their secret? And you might be like, yes, girl, my friend's gonna keep my secret. And then your friend, sits over here and tells everybody your business. Now the guy sitting over here knocking on your door talking about, come outside, we ain't gonna jump you. You have to learn how to be independent as a trans woman, because you're going throughout high school, sitting over here having all these people talk about you and be singled out, and having staff members and everybody sitting over here profiling you and saying like that. I'm telling you right now, this is the time to lock in, because when you're in high school, that's bracing you for what's coming in the real world. Because you think high school's hard. Oh girl, imagine when you're grown and you have to actually pay bills. Oh girl, it's not what it's supposed to be gay, literally. The next talking point that I have is that there's gay men that won't even acknowledge you and treat you as a human being, and they will always treat you as an outcast. I know a lot of people don't understand what I truly talk about, but I'm gonna sit over here and wake it up, I'm gonna sit over here and actually talk. A lot of gay men are very transphobic, and I don't want to sit over here and act like they're not. No, they are. They're very transphobic. I'm gonna sit over here and talk about just a quick little story time. I had this one friend or whatever, right, back in high school or whatever. We're gonna call him C or whatever, because I don't know if he watches my videos or whatever. Hey sister, get up into the transness or whatever. But C was very much a flamboyant gay boy or whatever. I went to University of High School at the time or whatever, right? When I went to University of High School, I was the only open black trans woman. I'm not talking about no trans, I'm talking about black trans woman, like dark skin, actually wearing the hair, doing the whole thing, wearing the dresses. I was in my transition. I was stepping up and stepping out. My friend C, my gay friend or whatever, right? We're gonna call it gay friend or whatever, right? My gay friend had these girlfriends or whatever, right? They're his little cisgender friends or whatever, right? And their cisgender friends did not like me because I was trans and I wanted to be a girl so bad, right? And I say this a lot of people are going to judge you, but they were judging me based off of what they hear or what they see and stuff like that, when they don't know me from a can of paint. And I hate people who judge people by the book by the cover, but that ain't nothing, right? So C would chime in and be like, yes, he wants to be a girl so bad. He wants to be a girl so bad. But then would come around and smile in my face and talk about, oh my God, sister, you look so good today. And then when I'm not looking, they'll start laughing and chuckling and stuff like that, just pointing out every bit of my flaws, talk about, oh girl, maybe you need to get a straighter wig, or maybe girl, your lace is showing, or this and that. It's just little nitpicky things. You could tell when somebody's actually genuinely trying to help you, and then somebody who's trying to make fun of you and poke at your insecurities. You get what I mean? And you could tell the difference. Don't ever sit here and act like you can't tell the difference. You can tell the difference between somebody picking at you, because it hurts. It rubs you some type of way. And it would be little things like that where, I would just be like, okay, you know what, I'm going to cut you off or whatever, right? So I ended up cutting them off, and I just continued to transition, right? So I would see that C would sit over here and, adopt some of my traits and adopt some of my lingo and just adopt some of the things that I'm doing, right? Then prime time where, I finally broke out into my transition, on, social media, girl, why is C, following me and it says follow back? Was it you just calling me a man in a wig? This don't make no sense, honey. I say this loud and proud. You had to sit over here and keep fighting for your rights. It's not that you had to explain yourself. It's just that you had to keep living in your truth, because you're in a school, you're in a place, you're in an environment where people are always going to judge you, no matter if you're here, no matter if you're there, no matter how much you explain yourself. People are going to always judge you, and that's the hardest pill that you have to swallow as a trans person. You have to get up and keep showing up and showing out for yourself, because no matter what, this is your life. No matter what, you only get one life. So if you're constantly trying to people please and try to sit over here and keep, all your friends together and stuff like that, and trying to be friends with every gay boy, even though every gay boy, some of them are messy, like girls, especially my girls, shit, love my girls down, but girls, some of y'all are very messy, when it comes down to it, girl, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing, but I'm serious when I say this. Like, keep your business to yourself. Don't tell people your business, and I'm telling you, you better brace yourself, because them gays, girl, they be acting like your competition when in fact you're in your own lane, girl. Because I say this loud and proud, you're gonna pull the trade, okay? All you have to do is shut up, be cute, look cunt, and look fab, and just show up and show out, and it always happens. I promise to God, when I know exactly what I'm talking about too. The next talking point that I have is that there's always going to be bathroom issues when you are in school or whatever. I really want a lot of people to understand me and listen to me when I say this, that a lot of guys, a lot of girls, a lot of people are going to feel uncomfortable because they don't know what a trans person is, and they're very uneducated. This is why I say I wish the trans influencers that we have in the media were very transparent with their transition and weren't so delusional with their transition. Like, I really wish there was real representation, because back when I was in high school, there was no real representation of a trans woman. The only trans women that we have were the ones who were I'm gonna bite my tongue when I say this, but we're popping that twat and popping that cat online. If you get what I mean, you get what I mean. A lot of people sit over here and see these crazy trans folks who, say they get periods and say that they, do this, they do that, they are real biological women and just all this other stuff. It just is so ghetto to me. So then when you go into the girls' restroom or when you go into the guys' restroom and you are looking the way that you look or whatever, right, fab, 10 toes down, a lot of people will be like, even though you look fab, you still have a da-da-da-da-da. You're not supposed to be in here. You're not supposed to be in here. I'm so uncomfortable, which I understand why people are uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's not like you're sitting here trying to bother people, like you're trying to creep under stalls and talk to people. Like, girl, who cares? You're there to do your business. And when I would go into the restroom, I would only go into the restroom to sit over here and puff past and then get up out there with my homegirls. I'm not sitting over here trying to bother anybody. And I remember I used to have horrible times where, I used to get kicked out the girls' restroom, and so then they put me in the staff bathrooms. And oh my gosh, this is why I don't understand a lot of people. A lot of people in this, like a staff members especially, will tell you that you have to go to the single stall bathrooms. And mind you, the single stall bathrooms are across the way, like they're way out of the way. And you got to go right back to class, and the teacher talk about, why are you late? Why are you late? This is why I had to say that you had to sit over here and be very strong when you're in high school being trans, because it's not for the weak. It's not for a week, because there's a lot of things that sat over here and shaped me into the person that I am now, and why I have so much confidence and so much, maturity to these type of things, because I've been through it. I've been through the thick and thin, and I had to keep prevailing no matter what happens. And I say this loud and proud. A lot of people are not going to understand you. So when it comes to the bathroom situation, I'm the type of person, if you don't want me in the bathroom, I'm just going to shut up and get up out there, right? But it gets to a point where we all get overwhelmed. I got overwhelmed one day. I just said, you know what? I'm not finna deal with this no more, girl. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm finna make an uproar, girl. I fought for my rights. I screamed. I was cussing out my principal. My principal got, calls around the city, girl. I made a whole video about it on TikTok, girl. I was not having it, because it's like you get to a certain point where you're trying to listen to people and you're trying to abide by the rules or whatever, when in reality, it's not like you're a creep. You're not a creep. You're just a human being with feelings. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, especially in high school, girl, because high school is so ignorant. Like, high school is just a bunch of people in one group in one area where they're just so ignorant and so stupid and just so hostile and just so dumb and not mature. Like, everybody in high school is so not mature. Like, it's just so ghetto to me. Like, The next talking point that I have is that if you don't pass, you're going to get profiled. I'm going to let a lot of my sisters know, girl, it was not easy to, beating through that school, girl. Sometimes, I had to break some walls down. Don't you know shade. I'm saying this now loud and proud. I am trans. I am transgender. If I look like a man, I look like a man. If I look like a woman, I look like a woman. Whatever it gives, that's what it gave. I used to be very insecure in high school, and I used to hate my face. I used to hate my body. I used to hate everything about me. I was a twig. I used to look up to all these, black girls or whatever, because I went to a predominantly black and Mexican school or whatever, right? So, like, it would just be the, baddie Latinas and then the baddie black women or whatever, right? And girl, they were bad. And I was like, oh my God, why don't I look like that? Why don't I have this? Why don't I have the most voluptuous face? And it's like, Alizé, let's be for real right now. Like, you're born a biological male, so if it gets male, it gets male. If it gets woman, it gets woman. I have that mindset now, but back in high school, I didn't have that mindset. I was very insecure. And the way I used to get through life or whatever, right? I used to get through high school. I would sit over here and wear a face mask, girl, because I'm telling you, a good face mask will help you with your tea, girl. It will help you, girl. Don't you know shit? Why is this lighting like this, girl? Jail time. But like, girl, a face mask will help. And I'm letting you know now, if you don't pass, you better brace yourself. I'm telling you right now, you better brace yourself, because you're going to get profiled a lot. People, staff, the principal, everybody is going to profile you. I'm the type of person, I stood up for myself. I'm telling you right now, you have to stand your ground, and you have to stand your ground in your transition. This is why I say I see a lot of trans people and stuff like that, you have to know how to talk. You can't sit over here and start screaming in people's faces, because nobody's going to take somebody seriously if they're screaming in their face. I don't even take people seriously when they're screaming in my comments or in my face. Like, girl, you got to be crazy. Talk to them assertively. Talk to them calmly. Talk to them like how I'm talking to y'all. Be like, hey, love, so, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Like, talk to them affirmingly. Like, you need to make sure that you stand your ground and let people know that you're uncomfortable. And if nothing gets changed, girl, you already know there's a place called the internet. I'm telling you, sometimes you sitting over here just finally getting on the internet and having enough, it will change the whole trajectory of your life, good or bad. Girl, I be taking the risk, girl. Ain't nobody gonna beat me up. Hello. The next talking point that I have for my sisters is that there's gonna be friends that are gonna talk behind your back. I'm gonna not, sit over here and sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna keep it, quick and simple, girl. And oh Lord, the stuttering. But seriously, people are gonna talk behind your back, and people are not gonna sit over and treat you with respect, and that's just the saddest truth. People do not like you, and that's okay. It's okay. Your homegirls are gonna call you a man. The girls and the gays that are, friends with you, they're gonna, talk about you not being quote unquote pretty. This is why I say you have to be your own best friend sometimes. I'm not saying to isolate yourself and, separate yourself from the whole world, because you only live once. So experience as much as you can in life. Good or bad experiences, no matter what, it always shapes you into the person that you needed to become. Everything that happens to you is supposed to happen. And I say this loud and proud. Like, I say this, like, everything that happened to me is a life lesson. The times where I got beat up by that big old black gay boy, in high school, girl, I used to beat myself up already. I used to be like, oh my God, you got beat up. Now I just laugh at it, because it's like, girl, I know better now to not talk on crap. And then now I know not to sit over here and interact with somebody who's jealous of me. Like, don't do that. You get what I mean? And I say this a lot, like, people are going to talk about you. People are going to be rude to you. You have to learn how to just suck it up. You have to suck it up. I'm telling you, the strongest people suck up to, like, how do I say it? The strongest people sit over here and just, prevail. They should shut up, just be quiet. It's not that hard to just be quiet. I'm telling you, there's times where I used to get, to the point where I would get so overwhelmed and I would cry at night. Your feelings are valid, okay? Your feelings are valid. I understand the way that you're feeling. I understand that you're tired. I understand that you're tired of people constantly bullying you, okay? I understand. But high school is only 4 years. If you could survive 4 years of ghetto-ness, I promise to God, you could survive anything in life, girl. And if you could survive working a 9-to-5 job and in high school, oh, girl, you won. You won. Give you your crown. Give you your tens. Bada bing, bada boom. The next talking point that I have is that boys are going to always run away from you because they're transphobic. I want a lot of people to understand, if a guy is very uncomfortable with you being you, sometimes maybe he's just battling with his, whatever you want to call it, his masculinity. I wouldn't even say per se sexuality, because I personally think that sexuality is on the spectrum or whatever you want to call it, girl. It's just in a world of its own, as we can tell with the internet. But outside of the internet, and I'm talking about in the real life world, like a lot of guys are just very uncomfortable because they're like, oh my god, this man wants to be a woman, when you know who you are. I say this a lot. I used to be bad as like back in my freshman year, girl, ain't nobody was messing with me. Like, girl, not my freshman year, jail time, my senior year, that's what I meant, my bad. But my senior year, I was really like looking 10 toes down. I was really trying to, get up into my transition. I was not wearing my mask anymore. I was just embracing everything with me. I was embracing all my insecurities. I might look like a butch queen from here and there, but girl, I guarantee you I showed up and show out for myself. Learn your style. And when you're dressing in high school, do not sit over here and wear mismatched clothes. That's not cute. That's not cunt. That's not fabulous. Sit over here and dress head to toe matching. That's not cute to be sitting over here wearing white and yellow, or wearing blue with pink, or wearing black with I don't even know, just black and gentleness. Like, dress assertively, stand your ground. And I'm telling you right now, guys are going to feel some type of way about you being trans. But those same guys who are very uncomfortable with you, in their presence, I guarantee you, once you really start looking 10 toes down and you just mind your business, bada bing, bada boom, late at night, yo, what you on, girl? I'm trying to link with you, what you got going on? Bye, block. Literally, I be blocking. But experience the trade. I'm not telling you, girl, you in high school. Get to live your life, okay? I'm warning you now. You only get one time. Don't sit over here and self-sabotage your experiences like I did, girl, because I didn't know how much trade I really lost. Like, I lost a lot of trade in high school, girl. Whew, them guys was real fruity. And into the next talking point, there's a lot of DL boys in high school. Don't go chasing no man. I'm telling you right now. You can have crushes. You can have crushes on guys. Don't get me wrong. But don't be going around chasing no man, because why would you chase a man? You're not an object, and you're not a creature, and you're not a monster. I'm telling you right now, you should not be chasing nobody. If anything, people should be chasing you. Friends, family, anybody, girl, bada bing, bada boom. You are the prize. I'm telling you right now, you're the most beautiful human being on this planet. And I'm telling you right now, if a boy is showing interest, get the Instagram or get the Snapchat. Sometimes you have to be bold. We live in a generation where a lot of guys are told that they shouldn't approach a girl, they shouldn't approach the person who they like, because it seems as like masculine or less masculine, or they don't want to come across trying to apply pressure. Girl, sometimes I be bold, girl. I don't care if I look a mess. I don't care. Hey, how you doing, girl? Oh my God, yes, girl, bada bing, bada boom. Like, I'm quick with it. Like, the best thing that I start off, I'm gonna give y'all just a little tip or whatever, right? The best conversation I have, like, to start off a conversation, I'd be like, oh my God, I love your style, or oh my God, I love your face, or oh my God, I love this about you. I throw out compliments, because when you throw out compliments to guys, oh my God, it just lights them up, because guys really don't get compliments. Like, the let's say the per average one, let me say it like that, the athletes and those guys, we don't want to get into them, girl. They just lost causes. But some guys really don't get compliments like that. So if you throw out a compliment to a guy, immediately he's already stuck on you, because you gave him a compliment. He hasn't gotten that. So he's like, oh, you know what? I might mess with this, they cool or whatever, bada bing, bada boom. You never know. You never know what happens. You better live life to the fullest, girl, bada bing, bada boom. The next talking point that I want to sit over here and give my dogs is, don't get into fights. It's not worth it. I'm telling you right now, when I lost my fight, I got bullied for it. If you can fight, girl, must be nice, girl. But baby, I wasn't the type of fighter, girl. I am no, girl. Queen boots down, fish boots down. Baby, I was fine like a princess, girl. No Tino shade, like, but like, girl, no Tino shade, like, it's like, no, like, I'm just like, no, just absolutely not, just ill. It's just, fighting is so ghetto to me. That's why when I see people who watch baddies and stuff like that, I'm like, girl, kudos to you, girl. I just can't see no grown women who are pushing 40 to 50 years old fighting. That's so childish to me. Like, fighting is so childish. It gets to a point where, why can't you just talk it out? Are you that childish? Are you that ignorant? Are you that, I don't even know. Are you just that immature to not talk things out? Just talk it out. Every situation doesn't need conflict. Sometimes maybe you just need to separate yourself, and sometimes you have to be the one to apologize. Even if you weren't in the wrong, just apologize so it can de-escalate. Because girl, I'm telling you now, people aren't fighting with their fists. People are actually doing a lot of things that are very crazy. I say this loud and proud. You had to sit over here and stand your ground. If I were in situations like that, I'm going to stand my ground, girl. I might put my backpack down and we finna get into the, field, girl. Cause I'm not one of these regular trans folks. And this is why I'm very scared sometimes to be an influencer, because if I feel like somebody is trying to play in my face, girl, y'all don't understand. Like, I really am very ghetto. Even though I lost my fight in the past, I'm getting older now. Like, I have a different mindset, and I'm not going for any shenanigans. So I would do anything to make sure I prove a point, girl. I'm not playing with nobody. I'm not playing with nobody. Especially when it comes to my rights, girl. You got to be crazy thinking I'm finna sit over here and not defend myself. Girl, this is why I say some of y'all need to have some self-esteem, because, girl, me, I'm going to stand up. Like, literally stand up. Like, what you trying to do? You trying to box? Like, girl, like what? Like what? Like, hey. The next talking point that I have is that you're beautiful and not everyone is going to like you, so you have to have some self-love. If you've been following me for the longest, you know I preach to love yourself, and I preach to sit over here and walk your own path and to live in your truth and not care about what anybody thinks about you, because I'm very real when I say this. Like, I love myself and I love anybody who loves themselves. This is why I don't glamorize certain trans women, because a lot of trans women, I see right through them. A lot of influencers, I see right through them. A lot of social media stars and rappers and all these other people, I see right through them. Like, I'm a very spiritual person, and I go based off of energy. My energy is so, like, 10 toes down. Like, I just love everything about me, because why do I need to prove anything to anybody? You guys are too damn beautiful to be sitting over here, downplaying yourself and people pleasing. Like, are you stupid? I love you, sister, but you're not stupid, okay? You need to get up and stand 10 toes down and stand up for yourself. Some of y'all are very punkish, and I'm sorry. I'm the black trans woman that you're gonna see that's gonna speak real facts. You're punkish. Why are you not defending yourself? It's not that you need to sit over here and scream and shout and be like, respect my pronouns, stop talking to me, da-da-da-da-da. You don't need to cuss. You don't need to scream. You just need to stand 10 toes down. People are going to look at you crazy. It's high school. People do not understand you. It's a bunch of immature people who are childish. And I promise to God, everybody who's talking about you, where are they going to be 5 to 10 years from now? Pregnant, broke, living paycheck to paycheck, homeless, girl, disgusting, infected. Like, girl, no. And I'm speaking from experience, because I know everybody who was talking about me is now locked up, literally locked up with a criminal record, felony charges, can't get no job now. And I'm from a small city, so if you have a felony charge, oh girl, you're out of there. Like, you're gonna be working at McDonald's for the rest of your life. And I know that sounds depressing, because working at McDonald's, girl, I only lasted 7 days, so imagine years. Girl, I could never, like, no, oh my God, like, no. So it's like, girl, I'm telling y'all right now, you need to sit over here and, like, stand up 10 toes down, and don't sit over here and don't put your rights in your life at jeopardy just to prove something. I said that with the fighting stuff, but, like, I'm saying it now. You need to love yourself. You know who you are. There's no proving it. There's no need to express it. Just live it. Just live in your truth. Me being who I am now, I wish I was the person that I am now, so I can, tell old Alizea, you know what, girl, maybe you should have did this. You know what, girl, maybe you should have reacted like that. You know what, girl, it's not that serious. Like, old me, old me and new me are two completely different people. Like, high school me and grown me, like, I'm grown now. Like, I had to move a certain way. Like, I had to move a certain way. And I will say this loud and proud. It's cool to mess with the DLs. It's cool to mess with your fake friends, and to sit over here and go to clubs, sit over here and go to parties, do this and do that. I'm telling you, enjoy your life. But you got to understand, when you get older, girl, you're going to have to learn how to be an adult. You're going to have to learn how to sit over here and stand 10 toes down in your transition. I say this loud and proud. It's too beautiful to not sit over here and love yourself. I love everything about me. I'm black, I'm trans, and I'm beautiful. I'm the most beautiful trans woman that I've ever met personally. And you want to know why I say that? Because I love myself. I might be very delusional when it comes to that. You know, socially, I might not be, you know, as pleasing, but who cares? I love everything about me. I look beautiful. I look 10 toes down. I look black. Like, I love being a black trans woman. Like, it's just so beautiful to me. Like, I don't know, like, to all my people, just embrace it. And to, like, my white trans women, y'all don't understand. Y'all are so iconic. Just every trans woman. It's not even about race. Let me stop talking about race, because I feel like me talking about race so much is kind of getting ignorant and, you know, played out. Maybe, I don't know. But, like, y'all are just too damn beautiful to not sit over here and love yourself. Like, please. Get up, fight for yourself, stand up. You know who you are. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, I have videos down below constantly sitting over here expressing that you need to love yourself, constantly expressing that you need to sit over here and stand your ground, like constantly telling you to love yourself, because it's hard out here. And if you don't love yourself, you're not gonna make it, okay? I love my girls. I'm sorry that I'm talking so quietly and boring, you know, get up into the ghetto-ness or whatever, bada bing, bada boom. But I love my girls, bada bing, bada boom. I gotta talk to y'all later or whatever, girl, because I'm pre-recording a bunch of videos right now, and girl, I'm exhausted, girl. You already know, girl. I just ate me a little fun chicken or whatever. Ooh, girl, the ghetto. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bada bing, bada boom. Bye, love. Ah.